So today is about having my first check-in with my dentist after starting Invisalign. And I have a feeling today is all about putting spaces between my teeth. And I remember sharing a picture earlier where, when they put the buttons on, but this one is about putting the 0.2 or 0.3 space between certain teeth. So we'll see how it goes, and I will come back and have some news. So first adventure back to see how I'm doing, and we'll see. I'm sure there's more, but talk later. Bye, everybody. Well, I'm back in the car after having my first IPR appointment, Inter Proximal Reduction appointment. And it was really cool. You'll see my picture. I'll pop it in here. When I get in, my team had the files, the finger files, and then the kind of electronic files all laid out. And I will say, this is kind of cool because they're a little file that goes in between your teeth. And I'll try to take pictures, pull my trays out and take pictures of where the spaces were put in. It just feels like there was relief because everything was pushing so hard on top of each other. And when the file came in, it was like, oh, thank you. That just gave me relief between those two teeth. And so we kind of went through with the file, Doc M went through the file between a lot of my teeth just to start that process of opening space because I have a lot of rotation that has to happen. And I think there were 4 or 5 different passes that we went through with the finger file. And then after the finger file, they used the electronic one to shape it a little bit better. And that one, just because of my own fear, that one got me a little bit. And I will say that I was okay on my upper teeth, but when we got to the lower teeth, I hit some moments that were just super uncomfortable for me personally. Did you ever watch Ren and Stimpy? They were a cartoon thingy. And I just remember Ren and Stimpy, man, they would come up and drill the tooth down, and all you saw was flames and, smoke happening out of the tooth. That's what I always feel like when someone's in my mouth with anything that makes noise, and especially a drill. And so there were a couple of moments between my teeth that it got super hot, and you can see I got tears going because it got hot. And I had a Ren and Stimpy moment. It's like, oh my God, am I going to open my mouth and there's going to be nothing there? But giggle with me because, again, this is a process. And I made it through my first, I'm on tray 6 right now. I made it through my first office visit. Doc was really happy with where my progress is right now. And then the other cool thing that Andrea did for me was that, I didn't know they already had this, but of course they had to. She walked me through where I'm at tray 6, but then walked me through the whole kind of, simulation of where we're going. So it helps me understand a little bit more, because I think I've already said on the trays themselves, when I'm putting a tray side by side, I can't tell anything that's going on. But when the new aligners come in my mouth, it's like, whoa, I can feel that. But right now what's happening is these front teeth are being pushed down so that they can be, I don't know why, but they're being pushed down because I have such an overbite. So that was interesting to see where we're going to be in 6 more trays, in 20 more trays, in 40 more trays, just the whole process to get to see that today in slow motion as each tray is making a minute change, just made me feel really good about my choice. Again, if you haven't watched any of these videos, I'm 64 and I'm on this personal journey with Invisalign to reclaim ownership of my mouth and reclaim ownership of some of the things that have happened in with dentists over my life. Yeah, just a lot. And to be able to trust, especially, you know, the reason I came to Harbor Dental in the first place is because of how slow they've been with my mouth and how much they've taken my past trauma into consideration, and to always check in. How am I doing? How am I doing? How am I doing? And even today, you know, like I said, I hit some moments when Dr. Murphy was on the bottom, that just the heat between my teeth, and I hit panic, and he stopped. You know, do you need a break? And kept my mouth cool with the water coming in. So there's all kinds of techniques, and you may not be in Fort Collins. You may go to a different dentist. But if this is something that you've been considering, should I do Invisalign? Should I not do Invisalign? I can definitely tell you that it's a process. It's a journey. And if you want to have ownership of your mouth, your teeth, your smile, this might be a possibility. So I'm hoping that what I'm going through in my own journey can help at least one other person make an educated choice for themselves. And it's just fun to be able to see progress. And I will say, you know, as an ex-high school teacher, I'm always about, what's my grade? What did I get? And I got an A+ today. So everybody was excited about the progress I'm seeing and my own journey. And so thank you. I would love to hear your comments below if you are on your own journey. But thanks for joining. This is Dr. Nadine, again, on my own personal journey with Invisalign. Hope you join us for more videos. And if there's something particular you want me to talk about, put them in the comments below. So thanks for following. Thanks for sharing. And here I am. Bye, everybody. Till next we talk.